What's going on, everybody? Twilight here with another Monster Hunter video. Today we're going to try to answer a crazy question. The question is, are we getting a 5th abnormal status attack in Monster Hunter Iceborne? Now I know it sounds crazy, but today I think I have proof that Capcom is planning on adding a new abnormal status effect that we as hunters might be able to use when Iceborne comes out. Before we can get into what I think, let's talk about the fleets. So there's the first fleet, the second fleet, the third fleet, the fourth fleet, and then the fifth fleet. So with these guys in the game, they're depicted everywhere in the game as being together. So you get the, next to the commander, there's the banners with all the fleets. They're all next to each other, but the third fleet is missing. So I was wondering, why are they only showing us 4 fleets in the game, but not the third fleet? And then Monster Hunter Dev Diary today, guys. Do you see it? I'll give you a second to look. Tell me you see it. Alright. If you don't see it, take a closer look. There it is. We have the third fleet banner for the very first time added next to the other fleet's banners. This is crazy. So now we're going to take a look at it. Everywhere you look in the game, these 4 fleet banners are near each other, but you never get to see the third fleet banner amongst them. And in this game, if you guys have been following, they've been adding specific lances that are themed after each fleet. So the one that I'm currently wearing right now is the 5th fleet banner, and if you guys look at it, the way that these lances have been added to the game, they've been abnormal status effect lances only. The 5th fleet is a sleep lance, and I'm gonna show you guys in detail what I mean. So before we go and take a look at the evidence that I have so far, let's take a look at the fleets. So we know that the first fleet is Paralysis because they're depicted in the game using the Shooting Star lance, which is a Paralysis lance that's modeled after the first fleet banner. And if you take a look at the 5th fleet, it's for Sleep, because they're depicted in the game using the Fair Wind lance that's modeled after the 5th fleet, and this lance is a sleep lance. So going by that logic, we can assume that the 2nd fleet would be Blast, and then the 4th fleet would be Poison, based off of an assumption, of course. But what about the 3rd fleet? What would that be? I mean, that's all the status elements. It's Poison, Paralysis, Sleep, and Blast. You can see all the attacks that we get buffs for looking at the skills if you go to the smithy. So what the hell could the 3rd fleet have in terms of a abnormal status attack? So I'm racking my brain and I'm looking, and I couldn't find it in the attack section, so I went to the resistances to see if maybe I could find them. So I see Poison, Paralysis, Sleep. I'm like, it can't be Stun. That doesn't make any sense. Can't be Muck resistance or Blast resistance. And then I land on it, guys. Bleeding resistance. What if, and this is crazy, what if in Iceborne we're going to be getting weapons that inflict the bleed abnormal status effect to monsters? I mean, I know it's crazy to think about it, guys, but the evidence is very, very, very clear. You know, the colors match up. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, of course, it's complete speculation, but all the symbolism's already in the game. The Third Fleet Master, you know, is in the game, and you know their banners in the game. If you look above the Third Fleet, you'll see the symbols for the Third Fleet banner right up there. You know, it's clear as day, but they're never depicted next to the other fleet's lance or banners rather. So it's crazy. So, you know, I was looking around, and everywhere in the game that you see all the banners for the different fleets, you never see the Third Fleet amongst them. You know, I'm not sure if there's some other lore implications behind this, but as you can see here, even in the Gathering Hall, there's the First Fleet banner, there's the that would be Paralysis, there's the Second Fleet banner that would be Blast, there's the Fourth Fleet banner that would be Poison, and then the Fifth Fleet banner over there that would be Sleep. So, you know, that's depicting, you know, all the different abnormal statuses, and I don't think it's a coincidence that Capcom chose these colors to represent these banners. So I went into the room and I tried to read the Tale of the Five, and you know, I landed on, I believe, page 3, just to see if that gives me any information, as that page talks about all the different dragons in the game that represent the 5 dragons. You know, and then I also assume the 5 fleets would have some sort of coordination, but I can't make out anything using this information, guys. So I'm not sure. But in the game, we have the Shooting Star Lance, which is a Paralysis Lance, and you know, it depicts the First Fleet, and then the Fairwind Lance, that is a Sleep Lance that depicts the Fifth Fleet. Obviously, we haven't gotten the other 2 yet, but I am assuming an Iceborne will, at the very least, get the other 2 lances added into the game. The Blast Lance, which would be the Second Fleet Lance, and then the Poison Lance, which would be the Fourth Fleet Lance. But let me know what you guys think. This is absolutely crazy that they added this into the game, and oh my gosh, when I saw it, I immediately knew I had to make a video about it because it's just crazy. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I think it would be extremely cool to have weapons that inflict the bleed status. What if that means the Cerrigios is coming back, and all of a sudden the Cerrigios has weapons that have the ability to inflict bleed on monsters, which would be extremely crazy, guys. But this is an awesome thing that I figured, you know, was really nice that I found out. I don't know if you guys, if anybody else has found this out, but I figured I'd post it. And if you guys want to talk about it in the comments, this is just crazy. I definitely want to see bleed weapons. Either way, guys, I definitely want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you guys like the video, please leave a like. It really helps me out. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.